Hi, everybody. I'm Jamie Meyer,
I'm Patty Choate.
and we just wanted to do a little video about this class, the Dark Feminine class, because we've been talking about it this afternoon. We're both super excited about this class, and the more we talked about it, the more I realized I don't think I can describe it in words on the web page what the class will really entail, and I thought it might be helpful to do a little video. So we were talking a few minutes ago about this, and Patty said some really good, clear things about power. This class is about power, and shamanic practice is about gathering your power and coalescing it and using it in right ways. And my question to her a few minutes ago was like, okay, this class is really, really interesting to us. We're going to work with fairy tales and shamanic practices and all this really cool stuff. But how will this class really help what people are needing right now?
Right.
And I said to her something about, what are people feeling right now? And it's like, we're all feeling this kind of ambient, energy, not good energy, disappointment and anger and fear and resentment. We all feel kind of traumatized about a variety of things. And that's on top of even the other like traumas and things that people are carrying regularly. So there's just so much stuff happening. And my question to her a few minutes ago was like, well, how will that help people right now with what's happening? And she said some really cool things, so I want to turn it over to her.
Okay. Well,
so that
thank
she
you.
can try to remember what she said a few minutes ago.
Thanks, Jamie. So, through the stories that we're going to be bringing forth that deal with the dark feminine, we're going to get a chance to look at our energy leaks and to be able to identify them and possibly even source them. Where do they come from? They come from so many places. They can be, they're part of the shadow. They could be past lives. They could be this life. There are so many things, and everything that's happening in our world right now, it has the opportunity to trigger all of that, and we are just leaking energy everywhere. So
Yeah.
to be able to identify and clarify where it comes from, and then through the ceremonial work that we'll do in conjunction with this, we'll be able to practice some tools to use to bring that, as Jamie said, that power back and coalesce this power inside us.
Yeah, that's well said. And this is just a 3-week class, so of course we're not going to like cure everyone's trauma or whatever in 3 weeks. But the goal is to give you. Our airplane is coming over our backyard. Urban shamanism. But our goal is to give you some really beautiful fairy tales. We're going to work with maybe a couple that you might recognize and then some that you won't. I'm almost sure that you won't know them. But they're really, really beautiful, meaty fairy tales that will come into you like medicine, and you'll be able to carry them. And those fairy tales are like maps, that help us see about things about energy leaks and about coalescing energy. And they're maps to how to work with the dark feminine, which is even in itself, that's a heady phrase. And what I mean by dark feminine, what we mean by it, is the feminine power of the universe. That is the power, the deep wisdom, and not always very friendly energy. We don't think of it as friendly because it's an initiating energy that compels us to move into the places that we have to go, that we'd rather not go. Patty mentioned the shadow, and into places that are not comfortable, but it compels us to go into these places so that we refine ourselves, so that we mature spiritually. And she also helps support us into that area. It's not just that she kicks us into the dark and says deal with it. She helps us, and these fairy tales are like maps to working with the dark feminine.
Yes.
Is there anything else you wanted to?
Oh, just, join us. It's going to be, it's going to be fun, funny, but it's going to be deep work. It's going to be beautiful, powerful work.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention too, she talked about the ceremonies. So each class will have, we'll work with a tale, we'll talk about it a little bit, we'll deconstruct it a little bit, but then each class will have a ceremonial element that you'll be able to participate in. And then each class connects to the class before, so we'll have 3 classes that connect ceremonially. And into a culminating ceremony that the goal is to not only teach you practices and ideas, but to get you to do some work energetically that will add through the 3 classes and culminate in a ceremonial prayer and offering that will help realign some of your energies and help you to coalesce some power and help you to plug some of these energy leaks. So that's, I mean, that's why I didn't want to write this on a web page, because, you know, like how am I going to describe this in words? So
All right.
good. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, thanks. We hope you'll join us. It's going to be a really fun time.
All right.
Thanks.